Okay. Now that I've been live for almost apparently a minute on YouTube, let me see here. And I'm live on TikTok on the other one. Yeah. Now we'll get down to it here. I wanted to talk about something on the Sceptical Scotsman. Hello, Allie. I was watching the news on Friday. I believe it was Friday. Could have been Thursday, but I think it was Friday. But I'm watching Zelensky and Trump in the Oval Office of the White House in front of a whole press docket, and all of a sudden, Vance starts going off on Zelensky, and then Trump goes off on Zelensky, and then they both are going off on Zelensky, and they're both berating him. I don't know about anybody else, but I was so full of disgust that I didn't know what to do, honestly, because it was that bad. What they were expecting is for Zelensky to get on his knees, start kissing the hands, start kissing the feet of Trump and Vance, because they weren't thanked enough. Okay, you're not trying to save they're not trying to save their country from another superpower country. Yes, it was bad, Allie. It was. I don't have words in my vocabulary to describe that without it being flagged by social media entirely. And to my viewers on YouTube as well as on TikTok, just fucking wow. And what's worse is, like, right after this happens, Zelensky is apparently kicked out of the White House, and immediately following this being released, or information of it being released, hit, almost every NATO partner we had stood in solidarity for Ukraine instead of Russia. What's even more spectacular is earlier this last week, Trump said that Zelensky was a dictator, blah, 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 blah. That Russia didn't start the war. Russia single-handedly started the war. And then when he got reminded of that, oh, did I say that? Dude, really? Did I say that? Yes, you said it. It's on public record. It was all over the news. And then he has the unmitigated gall to, you didn't thank us. So he's supposed to start kissing your ring and bowing at your feet the moment he gets there to get more foreign aid from us? No, that's not how that works. And this display put on by Trump and Vance didn't just clown shoe us, it hurt our position across the planet. I'm not talking a little bit of damage. We already knew prices were going to go up because that's the way it works. And apparently a bunch of other people have joined in on TikTok. Hello, people. We already knew prices were going to go up. This was an inevitability. The problem with it is with this verbal bitch slapping and thug punching from Vance and Trump, we might actually have higher prices now because our own friends don't like us now. I don't know. A banner came up on TikTok. I try to read all you guys' messages, if at all possible. But now prices are going to go up more than they were. Man, I'm just getting a lot of people joining in. Hello, all people on TikTok. Hello, people on YouTube. But yeah, this is really, really bad. We're going to end up paying higher prices because of tariffs, counter tariffs, sanctions. Because, yes, some countries will bother to sanction us. And I wouldn't blame them for doing it after that poor shit show of a ceremony. I'm thinking that Trump and Vance thought it was going to be a ring kissing ceremony, so that Zelensky could pledge fealty before he signed up with everything. And it really is disturbing. And yes, it will come to bite us in the ass later. And do we as a country deserve that? No. Does the president deserve it? Trump absolutely deserves it. And what's even more insane is this event happened so quickly and got so much attention so quickly. The opener for Saturday Night Live changed. They were actually working on another skit, and then that happened, and bam, that scene alone with Zelensky made its own gravy for the anti-Trumpers. Literally made its own gravy in a heartbeat. I'm scared to death of an economic depression because of Musk and Trump. You might want. You're well founded in thinking that. You're well founded in fearing that, because what they did in front of an audience was distasteful, bitter, rough, uncouth, ungentlemanly, uncountrymanlike of our country to do what he did. Zelensky you can call Zelensky a dictator if you want to, but it's kind of hard to hold an election when your entire country is fighting Russia. It's really easy to take that approach. That, oh, he's a dictator. How are they going to take elections when all they're doing is fighting? He's taking meetings in, he's doing battle planning. When do they have time to have an election? Does he want to remain president for life? Hell no. Zelensky does not. He wants all these things for his people. He wants peace. He wants the dying to stop. But he also shouldn't give away everything his country has because, Trump, all these countries want everything. Got so many weird things on TikTok popping up. But yeah. And this meeting was disastrous. And then on top of that, you've got all these government agencies which are supposed to be closing. Like when Trump said that he was going to take out the Department of Education, he cannot. Just like he cannot dismantle the FBI or the DOJ or the DOD. Those take acts of Congress. Somebody tried telling me earlier, mid-afternoon yesterday, that the states have to vote on it. Then it goes to Congress. It's like they skip that step a lot of times. And I don't know what to tell you on that one, but if Congress doesn't agree to it, it doesn't matter what the states think. It's not going through. Now, if it's a big enough issue like an amendment, normally an amendment would be taken to each state and voted on, and if it passes, okay. If it doesn't, then it's dead. It doesn't go to Congress. If it manages to pass somehow, it has to have a majority of states behind it to reach that level. But that's not how our government seems to work at the moment. Now, those of you who are watching on YouTube, this is labeled slapped ham or ham slapped. That's referring to the incident in the Oval Office with Trump and J.D. Vance. I am all a flurry about what in the hell. I don't know. People are sending stuff all over. I don't know. I don't know how TikTok operates on live. All I know is YouTube. But when something this bad happens, that's so bad diplomatically for us globally. Like all of our NATO people are siding with Ukraine, and Trump is trying to back Russia because Russia can pay them. Russia can pay Trump. And yeah, I still got a list of people. I don't know if they're all there, but I got 2 people watching on here on TikTok. Yay. I got 2 people watching on YouTube. Yay. Okay. The implications of all of NATO backing Ukraine and us taking a similar stance to Russia isn't a good thing. But you also have people who really do not care. And when we're one of the world's biggest superpowers and we're taking the side of Russia, not because we as a country stand behind Russia or stand with Russia, but because Trump's ego, when he had that phone call with Putin, he got his ego stroked. He was played psychologically. And now, oh, we're on great terms. We're doing great. We have a great relationship. Can't wait to meet him. They played you like they did in your first presidency. They stroked your ego. It wasn't really hard to do. Russia knows what they're doing when it comes to your psychological condition of stupidity. And I'm pretty sure China has the same thing going on. Now, for those of you who haven't been paying attention, Zelensky came to America to ask for to sign a deal to formally sign the deal to give America access to to Ukraine's precious metals or minerals. And this deal was about to be signed when J.D. Vance took petty offense, or he took offense to something very petty, which he should not have done. And that's his own fault. And then Trump joined in because, well, you're disrespecting the White House. And no, he's not. He's actively fighting a war. We were, up until you got voted in, helping you with the war. Now we are not, because Trump wants to be paid back so much money and then guaranteed money back for helping. I don't see how this doesn't occur to people, but yeah, this last week, seeing that interview, I mean, I literally made it to. I was on the clock like 10 minutes after I saw that, and it had already traveled to the hardware store. That story had already traveled there. That's how big it was, and then I was watching Meet the Press this morning, and Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, he was up and popped off and said that he thought that from his point of view, Zelensky was very disrespectful. I'm trying to see how he sees that. And maybe it's because I'm not a conservative Christian Republican who backs Trump, but I didn't see a whole lot of disrespect there. They're expecting everybody to kiss their ass and bow down to them just because they're in the U.S. government. That's not going to happen. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be a beholden thing. But yeah, it's kind of on the insane side of things. But that's the way our government is going. We've got a guy who's supposedly a citizen running through government agencies trying to get rid of waste, which there is no proof of any waste at all. You provide me with the proof, I'll put it up here in bold fucking letters with a highlighter and neon signs. But nobody can do that because, well, we're trying to be as transparent as possible. No, you're going after government agencies who are looking into your dealings as a billionaire, Mr. Musk. Now, with that having been said with that, and having gone on a tirade about Trump, and Trump will, during his address of Congress, more than likely take credit for everything he wants to take credit for, whether or not he should or not, because he did that with the Obama economy. He took all this great stuff with the economy, and we're doing better. We're doing the best we've ever done. And then when the economy started tanking, this is a result of Obama. Da, 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 da. No, that was you. Then in his second term, and this being his second term, he's tried to literally undo everything that was done, some of it illegally. And now the economy is starting to crash because he wants to run things his way. Unfortunately, like when his promise of making prices go down, that didn't happen. Prices did not go down. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm having issues with this thing on StreamYard here. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm trying to figure it out. Trying to figure this out because StreamYard just went blank as hell. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear it on StreamYard or whatnot, but I'm going to get off here because I got to figure this stuff out because, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Have a good day, everybody. I'm going to get this thing figured out so I know what I'm doing. And that's all of the Skeptical Scotsman for today.